2014. This has been the 5th round of the FIA World Rally Championship, and it has delivered incredible action out on the gravel stages around the city of Cordoba. As we go into the final 4 stages, we have drama between the teammates at Volkswagen. Jari Matti is leading Sebastian Ogier going into the final day. Myself, Bex Williams, and Julian Porter will talk you through all the action. So 4 stages remain, and let's have a look at a bit of a recap. Mads Osberg on the opening stage of the opening day takes a wheel off, retires from the day, but does return under Rally 2.
Another one who was having to use Rally 2 was Mikko Hirvonen after an accident in stage 2. Mikko getting lost in his pace notes, resulting in that hard hit.
Danny Sordo from the Hyundai team is one frustrated Spaniard. He could not, unfortunately, complete the whole day on day 1. Turbo issues for Danny.
Andreas Mikkelsen on day 3. Bit of a moment in a water splash there.
Very few mistakes from Martin Prokop this weekend, but he did get a little caught out by this.
Ogier was on a massive push to try and hunt down teammate Jari Matti Latvala. First of all, there was this spin. Then a K.5 from the end of the stage, the front left delaminated. And to round off his day, he had another spin in the day's final super special.
For our leader, Jari Matti Latvala, he was dealing well with the pressure of a world champion just behind him.
Sometimes you get those days when you feel you're on the flow. It's a great feeling, and but then you have to use it in the right way, that you know what you are doing. I mean, on the previous stage, I started to overdrive. If I had kept going like that, I would have been losing time. But luckily, I realized that I have to calm down with my driving and be straight, be neat with the driving.
Well, it certainly fared him well. Jari Matti has a lead of 31.2 seconds going into the final day with 76 kilometers remaining. Our world champion, Ogier, what will he do on the final day? Will he give it a bit of a push? Well, we're just about to find out. Nasser Al-Attiyah leading WRC2 in 9th position overall. Mads Osberg completes the top 10.
And we're in the Citroen service. Obviously, we've got one car in 3rd place with Britain's Chris Meek and Mads returning.
Day today. Okay, only 75 kilometers, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fog. The road's very, very narrow, lots of big rocks, so anything can happen. We just have to try and keep focused and do the same job as we done yesterday, and just no mistakes.
Well, I think the weather is not my problem, but my hand, so we will have to see on the first pass how it goes and if it's possible to drive. So I don't know for the moment, but if it works fine, for sure I will try to get some points.
Here we go then, over in the Volkswagen service area. Jari Matti Latvala just about to head out. Our leader getting a bit of a pep talk from Jos Capito. Good team spirit there.
Big day for Latvala and Ogier. What was going to happen? 4 stages to slug it out.
Four stages might not sound like a lot, but these stages are incredibly difficult and classics on the WRC calendar. Mina Clavero and El Condor. And look at that fog.
Yeah,
visibility
fog.
Would be down to 100 meters in parts, Jules.
Yeah,
less than
fog,
that in some areas.
mist, a bit of rain, and a new, well, not a new stage, but a new direction. I think 2002 was the last time it was running this direction. Hirvonen first gear. Now this man has a history of being fast in the fog. Nothing to lose for Mikko today. I tell you what, his speed was quite amazing. Massively faster, 38 seconds quicker than anybody else in the morning stage.
definitely was the king of Clavero. He knows how to deal with these tricky conditions, and when visibility is low, Mikko is your man.
It's a little bit foggy, but it's not too bad. It doesn't really disturb us too much, so you know, conditions were pretty good.
I'm not sure many of the other drivers thought that. Only Mikko Hirvonen.
That's it, Andreas Mikkelsen, the man who's trying to claw in Chris Meek to try and get that third place.
It's a big ask for Mikkelsen. He's more than a minute behind Chris Meek when he starts the day, but he has been on massive pace, especially during Saturday.
Yeah, a bit of a moment there, that would have lost him some time.
So this is the man in third position. Chris Meek and Paul Nagel picking their way through the rocks of Mina Clavero.
Can lose approximately 30 seconds a stage. I think it's 1.5 seconds a kilometre he'd worked out, and he was happy to kind of gauge it like that during the day. Sensible approach by Chris.
Now, here's the man in second position. This is our world champion, Sébastien Ogier. Would he start now to try and fight against Jari Mäki? Well, not start, but keep up that fight. 31 seconds going into the day. It's a lot to ask.
It is a lot to ask. This man is a winning machine. He likes the clean sweep. And I was a bit surprised.
Seb, you're having a look at the times. I'm not sure if you've got the splits into the car, but Jari's quicker than you. Is that now looking at second place for you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I never push on my life in this stage, and it's not the day to start. It's just a lottery here, so I prefer to just drive through and finish the rally, of course.
Our world champion settling for second position.
I was astounded. I really was astounded. And I think this man, Lamphler, when he was getting his splits in the car, was thinking, this can't be right, this can't be right. That Ogier never gives up. So he kept pushing. He said, I have to keep going because I don't trust the times. I've got to keep it going.
He had a really superb run for the Mina Clavero stage, extending his lead over Ogier.
These are normally been good stages for Mina Clavero El Condor. They are not easy, they are difficult, but I kind of enjoy to drive these days. It was a pretty, I mean, it was a quite good stage for us, but some sections were sleepy. You really had to be, you know, awake with your mind and notes and concentration.
Did you give it a big push this morning just to put the final nail in the coffin?
No, but I didn't know how he's gonna respond, if he's gonna attack or not, so I couldn't relax. I had to keep going.
Well, he kept going and he extended that lead. 47.6 seconds now with 3 stages remaining in Argentina. Andreas Mikkelsen edging closer to Chris Meek. 1 minute 25.9 between them.
Another little battle, Kubica and Evans, 16.8 between them. Mikko Hirvonen now into the top 10.
Here we go on El Condor, probably one of the most famous stages in the whole of the WRC.
And not easy with that, and lined with fans. We had guys in this stage yesterday, Bex, and their fans were there yesterday morning, crowding in. Beautiful spectacle. Top half, bizarrely, above the fog, and they would descend down into it. Robert Kubica heading that way. Famous all hairpins at the start. Now, Robert's admitted he struggles in the hairpins with his limitations. Thierry Neuville.
You can see from the surface of the stage then how wet, damp and muddy it is in places. Exceptionally tricky conditions for the drivers.
And there's that fog as they start to drop down. Really muddy, as you said.
Martin Prokop would admit it was like driving on ice in sections of the stage. It was so slippery.
Okay, Latvala, what's he going to do? Is he going to keep pushing, just to finally push Ogier further away from him? It wasn't a stage he particularly enjoyed, but it was a successful one. More time out of Ogier.
Really difficult. Very difficult conditions. Extremely hard conditions, I have to say. It's not so much fun, but that's the way it is.
Okay, and which was the worst part, the fog or the mud or the grip?
The mud. The fog was not so bad, but the mud, and towards the end when it gets very fast corners over the crest, and so much mud.
There we go. Confirmation that Jari-Matti has again extended his lead. It's over a minute now. Is he starting to feel comfortable out there, or is it too difficult with 2 tricky stages still remaining?
The battle getting a bit closer between Robert and Elvin, down to 11.1. Herven